Yep. Good morning, Broad Street. Be relentless about improvement. Today I'm with our CEO, Mike Jacoby, and we're going to talk about this week's fundamental. Good morning, Mike.
Good morning, Terry.
And thanks for being with me today. Mike, my question for you today is what can we do as an organization and as an individual to create more of a culture of continuous improvement?
I think it begins with just being humble on a day-to-day basis and realizing that uh, there's something we all have to learn or something we can all improve on any given day. So it starts with us as individuals. We can all improve. We can all get better. It doesn't matter how much experience you have or where on the food chain you might find yourself. We can always be improving any given day. Whether it's a professional item, a personal thing, a skill, a specific skill, you know, there's always something to improve upon, each and every day. So that's first to me is take a good look at yourself.
Right.
Uh,
And
Go
so,
ahead.
just a few comments. So, how leaders act daily sets the tone for the organization's culture. And leaders can choose to use vocabulary to inspire, to encourage, and motivate their staff. And then hopefully the staff will respond positively to the communication style, which will make them feel good and hopefully help the culture that will make the organization grow.
Yeah, yeah. So leadership, a Broad Street, a core value, the L in tribal. We don't talk about it enough, but I think being a good leader is realizing that not only do we have something to offer our colleagues, but often our youngest colleagues have something to offer to us.
Right. So we all have different things to offer to each other.
Exactly,
Right. Right.
exactly. You just have to listen.
Right. And like the fundamental last week, share, or this week, share information. Um, that's how we help one another.
That's one way we definitely help each other, but you have to be humble and be willing to listen, right? Doesn't mean you have to agree, right, with your colleague. It just means you have to hear them and at least give them a half a sec, give it a half a second to contemplate it, right? They may have a better way, right? And it works both ways, right? I've been around the block for a long time, right? So I do have a lot to offer, but things change every day, right? Like the adoption of how to use AI or other novel technologies in the space. I need to always be learning about that too.
Sure, makes sense. So
Hmm.
being relentless means demanding more of yourself than anyone ever could demand of you, knowing that every time you stop, you can still do more in a pursuit of learning and growth.
Yeah, I love that word, relentless.
So, as usual, I'm going to close today with some quotes that speak to this week's fundamental be relentless about improvement. The
Mhm.
first one is if you always do what you've always done, you will get what you've always got. Tony Robbins.
That's a good one.
Second one is Winston Churchill. To improve is to change. To be perfect is to change often.
He was willing to change a lot in his career.
If your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, you are a leader. John Quincy Adams.
You hit all my buttons today, Terry. You're picking quotes from people I quote often and respect.
Okay, I got two more.
Okay.
I attribute my success to this. I never gave or took any excuse. Florence Nightingale.
Good one.
And this last one is really good. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Wayne Gretzky.
Wayne, yeah, star until Ovi passes him in the next couple days.
Right, but it kind of sums it up. If you don't ever make the effort,
Right?
where's it going to leave you? So, right?
Couldn't agree more. And he's more famous. It's interesting because it comes up a lot right now because of Ovi. And for those who don't know what I'm talking about, Alex Ovechkin's about to break the Wayne Gretzky's all-time goal scoring
Right.
record. What's really interesting is by far, Wayne Gretzky is the greatest assist leader in hockey history. So he enabled other people to be great scorers. It's a great teammate oriented statistic. I love that.
So, Mike, thanks again for being with me today. Appreciate your time and your thoughts on this week's fundamental. Be relentless about improvement. Broad Street, remember to be relentless about improvement and have a great week.
See you, everybody.